This is an interesting example to understand investment. If you invest some money at certain rate, what happens to that after some years? And then when you get that future money, say something, then what that money means in today's dollar. So in this example, you are investing $500 each month and at a 7% interest rate. And then the place you are investing, they give you compounding on a monthly basis. Let's say you get at a 7% interest rate. And then you're investing this money for 40 years, and how much you're going to get after 40 years. And the second question is asking, what is that money in today's dollar, that total you're going to get after 40 years? And then let's say you have that amount of money in today. So in anything in today's dollar make a lot of sense to us, like how much we can actually do with that money. And then when you invest that amount of money today at that 7% rate, for example, how much money you'll get per month. So that will give you an idea about whether this would be enough to live your rest of your life and things like that. So let's go ahead and solve this. And then, so I have copied all this data here from that description. You can go back to the description. So the first question is asking how much you'll be getting at the end of this investment period. So simply you can type that, use that FV function. And then monthly rate is that. I already calculated that by dividing by 7 divided by 12. And then number of periods for 40 years is 480 months. And then the payment you are making 500 each month. Now, if you want to see the positive value, you have to use a negative before that, because Excel just give you the opposite. There is no present value of this investment. Well, there is nothing that you have in the account. Let's say you start with 0. And then, so you'll be getting about $1.3 million after 40 years at that 7% rate. Now, the present value of that, now, what you're going to get after 40 years, that 1.3 million, does not have much. We can really understand, what we can do with that amount of money. So if you can find out how much it is in today's dollar, we should be able to find out that, how much we can do today with that money. So let's do that. Same thing. Now, you're just only accounting for inflation 40 years. So in this case, you really don't have to do the monthly compounding thing. So we can, the inflation was given 3%. So I can simply type 3%. And then for 40 years, no, we're not making any payments. So just converting that future value to the present value, whatever we're going to get after 40 years. So we'll be getting about $400,000. So if we invest this way for 40 years, in today's money, we'll be getting $400,000 approximately. So that's quite good amount of money. And the next question is asking, if you keep that $400 in that same investment account, how much you will get per month? So all you simply do is basically this times the monthly interest. So that's what you will get per month. So you get about $2,346, $2,346.90. So that much you'll get in today's value. And then I think next question is asking, what is it in the future value? So simply just do a V with the inflation 3%. And then the 40 years. You're just doing the inflation, no compounding, not getting any interest or things like that, not making any payments. So we're just basically converting this present value to the future value. So about 7,000 some dollar. Now, again, this does not have much meaning to us. However, this is what we'll be getting in today's dollar per month. So today's dollar or today's value per month. So will that be, the question also is, will that be enough to live your life? So, if you get this much amount of money, when you're retired, probably, house is paid off, car is paid off, probably be enough. But again, this is an additional requirement, retirement account. Generally, you probably save more. But anyway, the idea of this problem is to basically explain the inflation, interest rate, investment, things like that. So I hope that explain these concepts by this problem.